What's going on, and welcome to Black Kings with Free Game. And today, guys, we have a special episode. We have Liberty County Commissioner Justin Frazier in the building. Can I get a round of applause?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Look, so I got to start the show like I start every show. Now, we've got a couple kings missing, and they are out of basically the whole country.
Yep.
So one definitely. We have King Awe. He's out. He's in Nigeria. He's living it up with his family. It was recently his birthday. So we got to send salutes out to King Awe. And then we have King Brooks. He is out. We never know what he is because, seriously, he's in the CIA.
Allegedly, he's a couple counties over.
But. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. But we'll see what world event. Let me stop because my mama said. Let me tell you what my mama said.
What?
My mama said, "Mark, you can't play with that like that because you never know." And I'm being serious, y'all. My mother actually said that. She said, "You got to be careful. You don't want nothing to happen to your friend." Mm-hmm. I said, "You're right, Mama, but I'm still gonna say it." Huh?
Yeah. But the reality is, he just pops up, man.
Yeah. Look. He's like Tommy off Martin, right? We don't know exactly what it is he actually does, but we know that he's well funded. So,
right. Well funded.
He's well funded.
He disappears.
Yes.
On a regular basis.
Yes.
And then he reappears.
Right. And he reappears, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be in town this day.
Yeah.
Willie Brooks is my name. I'm the owner of Appoint Me, and I work for an unidentified company."
Right,
but,
as a consultant.
Yeah, right. That's the hardest job to get. You got to be in there to be consulting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So, hey, we started off like this. Hey, how was your week?
Man, my week was good, bro. It's springtime, of course. So from a pest control business standpoint, it's up from here. This is when. People in my industry, this is when we make our revenue, to make it through those colder months.
Right. Yeah.
I'm thankfully, just happy to be in such an industry where I'm truly, I enjoy it. It's a passion, I look forward to it. On a more serious note is I received some heartbreaking news that a very dear friend of mine, she lost her son to gun violence, and he was 19 years old, and that just broke my heart to see the statistics still constantly reverberating and continue to play out, so my heartfelt condolences just go out to her and the family, and I'm here with y'all in spirit.
King Boston, I think we're going to talk a little bit more about that later on in the program too, because I'm sorry you have our deepest condolences. We really
Appreciate
do.
It, man.
Yeah. So Justin Frazier in the building. We're going to call him King Frazier. King Frazier.
Oh, so I'm elevated.
Look.
I was a prince, right?
He ain't gonna let it. You know what I'm saying?
You know I'm not gonna let that go.
Look, King Frazier.
I appreciate it.
How was your week?
It's been a great week. A very eventful week, but great. It's always an honor and a privilege to wake up every day. I tell people all the time, 99.9% of the battle is over when you wake up. there's a lot of people every day that don't get that opportunity.
Right.
So I try not to, you know, overlook that.
Okay.
Is a great thing. So, man, I'm just truly blessed to be here
Well, we're
with
blessed
fellow
to have.
kings.
Yes, and we're blessed to have you.
What's up with you, bro?
Oh,
I know.
How was your week?
look, my week consists of this, and just to let everybody know, because there is no 9 to 5. Half the kings up here, well, really all the kings up here don't have a 9 to 5. So what people don't realize is that with me, there's no contracts. I have to be out here doing what I do. I can't. I have to pull money from thin air, basically. So to all those out there that's out there pulling money through thin air, out of thin air, salutes off, because that's what I've been having to do. But my week has been good. We've got a lot of people coming on the show. We got some unexpected people coming on the show, and it's getting deeper and deeper and better and better. And today, we're going to dig off into some good topics. So, yeah, I'm really excited about the week. It's really just beginning again Sunday.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So, let's dig into it, guys. King Frazier.
Yes, sir.
So, y'all, I'm going to go back because I got to. All right, so I've known Justin a very, very long time. And when I say that, I'm not talking about, oh, yeah, we go 10 years back.
Oh, man.
I can't even say, oh, yeah, we just go 20 years back. I can't say, oh, yeah, we just go 30 years back. Because however old this cat is how basically long I've known.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right.
And we go back since Buttercup Garden Club.
Bring it.
Buttercup Garden Club. I know all y'all ladies out there know exactly what I'm talking about.
There you go. Dorchester days.
Yes, Dorchester Center days.
Right.
Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts.
Oh, you was a Boy Scout as well?
Man, 581.
Yep, 581, repping.
I'm telling you.
Rep your hood.
Yes. And those were the days, man. Things were a lot different.
It
was a lot different. We were excited to get on bikes and just ride down Bill Carter Road.
Yeah.
We had campouts at those locations, right? And we were the type kids that our mischief was also, it wasn't bad mischief. It was more curiosity.
Right.
Like sneaking into the Dorchester Center when we're not supposed to at night to go see ghosts.
Right.
Look, and run into the wrong stuff, dog. Because were you, I don't know if you were at that camp out, but at the front, you know where they have with the caretaker used to meet. We went in there one night, bro, and there was music playing. I'm talking about the oldest type of music you could ever hear. And we're like, dang. So we looking up through the window. So the next day, I forgot his name, but he came back and we were like, hey, where's that radio in there?
He was like, what radio?
He said, what radio? Nah, stop playing. He said, yo, I don't have a radio in there. And if I did, I wouldn't leave it on at night because this wiring in here is old. Man. That's exactly what he told us. He said, come on in, because we were there when he got there. Bro, it was no radio in there, bro. Now, y'all, that's not to make me, because it could have been just my imagination. But for everybody's imagination to be the same thing.
Yeah, man.
It was a trip. But yeah, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Since you've been in Liberty County, tell us some of the things that you're proud of.
Wow. Man, it's so many things that I'm truly proud of with Liberty County. Just like what you were talking about, I mean, our past being here, you know, at Dorchester Academy, you know, I remember, you know, us even being in Boy Scouts. That was our foundation.
Yeah.
You know, whenever we look back, our foundation was strong.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, you know, we cleaning up on Isaiah Street. We cleaning up on Rebecca Street. So at an early age, we were taught to give back. You know, and it's nothing more valuable than the time. You know, it's easy for us to, you know, donate money at times, you know, but, you know, giving your time to this community is a beautiful thing. Liberty County is just a very unique county. You know, actually, out of the 159 counties in Liberty County, we are the only one that is not named after a person, place, or thing. We're named Liberty.
The only one.
We're the only one out of 159. Wow. And that should tell you our uniqueness from there. You know, for us to just be called Liberty and what Liberty stands for.
Yeah.
And I think our generation is picking up the torch and doing that, especially with you all, with the podcast, you know, Black Kings. I'm so proud of y'all. You know, I know I make the joke all the time, like I'm a prince, but I guess I've been elevated today to be a king, and I'm honored.
Nah, man, you've been trailblazing.
I appreciate you.
Trailblazing.
I appreciate it, man. Liberty County, just together, you know, and we're so different whenever you think about from the east end of the county to the central to the west, from Wattaville to Midway, Hinesville, but together, like we're like a beautiful potluck, you know, and it's a beautiful thing, you know. I really, really love Liberty County. You know, I had the opportunity to leave, go off to college in Atlanta, you know, at Morris Brown. But even when I was in Atlanta, even with all of my business ventures, I always knew I wanted to come back.
Right.
But I said when I came back, I wanted to come back so I could give back and create, you know, opportunities from employment and just try to make Liberty County better. And that's what I've been standing on. I guess I could say I've been standing on business.
Now, let me either address the public on this, because King Boston said a very important thing. Who is the youngest commissioner ever of Liberty County? Would that be you?
If I'm not the youngest when I got elected, I know for a fact, I know I was the youngest African American.
Okay, okay. So that would solidify your spot as a trailblazer.
Absolutely.
Point blank, period. And exactly what Mitch said, you are a trailblazer.
I appreciate it.
And no matter what anybody thinks, because let me tell you something. When you're in positions like this, you're going to get haters.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So even people that might not agree with him, or they disagree, or they even agree, you got to respect a trailblazer. Because a lot of people that complain, they don't say nothing.
Yeah,
they don't do nothing. They're not willing to do it.
Or what
right?
he's done.
And let me make something clear now. I've known Justin my whole life. Does that mean that Justin and I have always had conversations where we're just agreeable? Heck no. Yeah. We have disagreed. And that's a part of growing up, is understanding what disagreement is and getting something from the conversation, right? Because you might not understand it the same way, because first of all, I'm not a commissioner. Okay, a lot of people aren't commissioners. There's so many rules to this.
It is.
So when I talk to him, I'm like, nah, man, that ain't right. That ain't right. You have to let me know. And a lot of times he lets me know, well, see, this is why I can't do it that way. I was like, well, that means that's their fault too now. You know what I'm saying? Because if you saying what you said, and it's getting knocked down, that's an important part that a lot of people need to know.
Absolutely. Yep.
So with your interactions, especially with you being a trailblazer, when you first got into the position, because I know a lot of times we get into a spot and we're all excited. And then somebody comes and tells us, oh, no, you can't do that, and knocks the wind out of you. Be like, well, hold on, man, I had these plans.
Yeah.
When you encountered that, or if you did encounter that, how did that make you feel about the position that you were in?
Wow. That's a great question. And I'm looking to the left of me, my brother from another mother. I guess you've been elected now for what?
Wow.
The first 100 days? Right.
And it did a lot.
We had 100 days.
100 days. Your first 100 days in, right? You know, I've been honored, and it's been a privilege for me to, now I'm 12 years in. You know, I had the opportunity to get elected at had 31. Representing District 2. And my district is very unique. Out of all the commissioners, my district is the only one that is inside of the city limits of Hinesville. All the other commissioners, they might have a portion of Hinesville, but they have unincorporated areas. They have other municipalities as well. When I first got elected, of course, fresh like a bunny, bushy tail, and excited, and I still have that same excitement and passion, but I think once you get into the position, you kind of figure out, okay, hold up. Some of the things that I thought that we were going to be able to accomplish, it's not up to us. Like, and of course, like prime example, I see on social media when they ask questions about, oh, why is this happening? Why isn't this happening? A lot of it is not up to government to handle. There are things that we can do, like even from a business standpoint, where we can incentivize businesses that come into our community. But, there's certain things we can't control, like prime example. And I know I'm going, kind of up in the weeds with this, but if a restaurant wants to come, we can't really tell them how much they need to pay their employees or what's on their menu. I mean, that's not what government can do. A lot of things that I focus on personally, and I've been focusing on this from the beginning. Matter of fact, my first campaign was focused on the future, and I still stand on that. And when I say the future, I'm talking about from a community standpoint, from an infrastructure standpoint, from an economic development standpoint, from looking at our children. We all have kids here.
Yes.
In this community, and we were just, before we went on air, we just looking at our kids, and we looking at our young princes and our princesses.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful thing seeing them grow up. But since I've been on the commission, it's been what I always wanted to do is create an environment where our kids could live, work, and play here. Even if they go off and get educated, give them an opportunity to come back. Right. And one thing, graduation is next month. I know. And if you think about it, the reality is, out of Bradwell and Liberty County, how many seniors are graduating? I mean, hypothetically speaking, 600? Easy?
Between the two schools?
Right.
Yeah, I would say 600 or maybe even less, but I would hope that it would be more.
Right.
And that's something I want to talk to you about. This is something that's big with me. You were talking about restaurants and, gauging on what we can and cannot do as a county. I have an issue with some of the restaurants.
Okay.
My issue is we have some local cooks.
Right.
That can go into some of these big spaces and really make a difference and make a name for themselves.
Right.
And a prime example, and the only reason that some of these smaller ones aren't getting in there is because I don't know if there is a program, you can let me know if there is, that could stifle maybe a local business,
Right.
Because prime examples, the Walthallville Meat Market, right? They have good food, good thing. Everybody goes there. A lot of people go there, and shouts out to Walthallville Meat Market because they do a lot in the community. Ron,
Absolutely.
Ray,
Ray,
we appreciate you guys. His wife, we appreciate you guys for everything that you do.
Definitely.
But as soon as they opened, what was it? Latin Dreams. Yes, Latin Dreams. You should have saw the amount of people coming from all over. That's still a local restaurant.
Yep.
All right. Now we have Everyone Eats. That's on Shaw Road. They make more of Hispanic inspired foods. Food was amazing. Yeah. Right. We have Miss Maggie's Kitchen. That's on Shaw Road also. wonderful food.
We got Show Enough.
I'm about to
Show
say,
enough.
show enough,
I was
man.
just getting there.
Show enough.
Show enough.
Took over where
Right,
Izola's
right.
They
was.
just took over where Izola's was.
Yeah, shout out to the Garretts.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And see, Izola's was there. That used to be Mrs. Poole.
Yeah,
You know,
shout
they
out
moved
to
there.
Fools.
Right.
So they had to
They did
gather up
great.
money and get that in, but it's good that we finally got a local business in there. But I would like to see more. You know, I want to see more people get opportunities to showcase their business, because when you have a whole bunch of corporations come in here and put
Right.
down in their restaurants, it leaves our people trying to find other areas to open up shop.
Good to go.
Good to go.
Good to go.
go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good.
Shout out to
Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Good to
Yeah.
go.
Right,
Good.
yeah.
Look, and that. See, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
I'm glad you said that. I was talking to King Boston about this. Back in the day, you know, they had this thing called the Green Book, where
Remember that.
you know where minorities knew it was safe harbors for them to go for hotels, restaurants, and be able to shop. I think we need to bring that back, and I would like for us to, you know, come up with some type of way where we have a catalog of especially minority businesses.
So you said the King's Book is what you want to call it?
Absolutely,
The King and Queen's Book. We
Well,
can do that. The King and
Like-
Queen's Book.
in a prince, right?
No, we already solidified. He's
There you
not
go.
gonna let us live this
Don't
down.
try to demote yourself.
Yeah, you demote now. Look,
There you
gonna have
go,
like-
there you go.
Now Prince Fraser. We saying King, bro.
You're right.
You wanna- oh, okay, y'all taking shots. But yeah. go ahead.
But seriously, I'm huge on supporting small businesses. You know, I'm a small business owner as well. You know,
Oh, shout out to Hooters.
Hooters,
Yes,
Just
yes.
Cuts Barbershop,
Just Cuts,
Just
yes.
Cuts.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then you know I have a couple other businesses, but you know, a wise man told me don't let everybody know what
Yeah.
business you own.
Yeah.
Because some people don't stop supporting it just because they know it's you.
Because they
Yes.
And that's
That's sad.
that's
That's
a
so
sad reality.
That's sad.
That's
But
so
I mean that's the reality of life, you know.
Yeah.
So, but more importantly, I'm huge on small businesses. You know, small businesses have always been the fabric of America. You know, so I agree with you 110%. So whatever we could do to make sure that we emphasize and promote local small businesses, I'm with that, because with small businesses, that money stays local.
Yep.
Yes.
And, you know, I'm huge on that. I'm huge on supporting small businesses. I'm huge on economic development. You know, I'm in the process of promoting Economic Development Authority by way of the Liberty County Commissioners. I've had opportunity to give that presentation to the city of Walthamville, Allenhurst, and we have support all over now. So I think that's going to be something that's great. That's going to, you know, help, you know, create that environment for small businesses to be able to thrive in our community.
And, with you doing that, let's use an example. I'm glad that, look, Dwayne, you're gonna let me slide, but yes, Good to Go is one of the most prime examples that I could think of. Him and also Show No.
Yeah.
But Good to Go has been there a while.
Right.
He was on 196,
Right.
y'all.
Yep.
Right.
And it was right across the street from Burger King in a little small building.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you what he did, because I remember it was hot in there one time, and he was still busting out them plates.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
man. D,
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
hear me?
Hey, D don't do it.
Hey,
He
look,
gonna do
he
He
was
hustler. He gonna get it.
he's gonna get it, and he's been getting it. And then when he bought his spot that he's in now, and everybody that's located right across the street from the Toyota dealership and the health department,
Right.
located right next to the Days Inn.
Quality Inn.
Quality
Used
Inn.
to be Kobe's, right?
Right.
Yeah, it used to be Kobe's, where the old Kobe's is. He has his koi pond there and everything. But now he has it beautiful inside. But the thing was, he had to work hard in that little building that he was in.
Oh yeah.
And he had to save up. And a lot of times, you know, he would look for other spots, and he was not catching breaks.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times he had to pay for his staff. He still had to pay for everything else. But that $23,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 a month, you know, he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You have to trust the process.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes,
You know,
yes.
that's one thing you know, and just like you said, we're all, you know, self-employed business owners. So, you know, there's good days and bad days.
Yep.
You know, it's just like going fishing. Sometimes you might catch that big bass, and some days you don't.
Yeah.
But you have to throw
You gotta
that
catch
line.
that
You,
reel.
you have to cast it. You know.
What programs do we have out there that's for local businesses
So
to subsidize if you can?
I'm glad you asked that question too. That's another great question. So I used to be the vice chairman of the Hinesville Development Authority, and while I was there, one of our number one projects was the Orcathorpe Square that brought Chick-fil-A, brought Hobby Lobby and everything,
Dick's and all that.
Dick's and everything. And that's what I'm trying to do on a county level, outside of the city limits of Hinesville. So, you know, we could possibly do something like that in Midway and Waterville and et cetera. But another great project that actually it just opened up is the Hinesville Incubator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
My
the
wife is a part of that.
Absolutely. So that's a great program. So basically, it's an incubator.
Mhm.
Right.
So what it does is, you know, it helps you form your business, and then hopefully, you know, once it gets to a certain step, you'll be able to have a brick and mortar business.
Right.
Yes, and Miss Blake is the person in charge of that. She will be on the show shortly.
Right.
We're trying to get some time with her now.
That's great.
But yeah, like Justin King Fraser said,
Thank you.
the Hinesville Incubator is available. I believe that they have offices for 600. There's
They have,
the
like,
computer.
You could get the computer. I think it's
For 100.
125. I think. It's
The
like-
125 is for the little sectional desk with the little umbrella.
They must have updated it.
Ah,
because,
okay.
I went in there maybe a month ago,
Okay.
and I was talking to a lady. I don't think it was Miss Blake, but it was
Short lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Miss Blake.
Okay.
Wear glasses, yeah.
But you had the office. I mean, you had the area where you could sit next to other individuals.
Yes.
That was like one and some change. The office, like you saying, was 600,
Mhm.
and then they had like the cubicles.
The little
that was
computer
like
with the
250.
Oh, the cubicles. Yeah, I know
it
what
was
you're
like-
talking
like
about. Yes.
Cubicles. It was like four. You know, they was broken up, but
Yes.
you know, like four people sitting together. But I thought it was a great idea.
Absolutely.
it is.
Because you could also network with
Yeah,
other
right,
businesses. and
right,
they had
right.
The resources, they tied in with the college. So
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Georgia
just-
Southern.
Georgia Southern,
right.
absolutely.
It just made sense.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so the resources are here.
Yeah.
Do I feel like we could do a better job with, you know, letting the public know about it? Absolutely. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, it even, you know, from the county commission standpoint, or, you know, the mayors and council, you know, I think sometimes the general public don't know what we're doing on a daily basis.
That is correct.
Right.
And King Fraser, let me tell you something. Right now, that's where we're jumping into. All right. So, everyone, if you notice that we've been heavily on this politics and getting these people in here so you guys can get a chance to know who they are.
Right.
But don't forget, the name of the program is Free Game. So we're about to hit you guys with some free game. Even today, in a few minutes, we're going to be giving you some free game so everybody can get all the information they need. You just got some if you weren't paying attention. King Fraser said there is a Hinesville incubator. And if you know where the Hinesville Library, Liberty County Library is in Hinesville,
Right next door.
right next door to it, you'll see that brick building. It's right across the street from the Georgia Southern campus that we have here in Hinesville also. So if you go there, they'll be more than willing to help you. And you'll get started with your business, to help you with your business plan. They to try to get some funds from other areas that help you get that and help you set that up. So yeah, there's programs here, and we're about to start making noise about the programs because I hear too many people complaining about it, and sometimes I just think that a lot of people don't want to give it out because they want to keep it to themselves just in case they want to use it. But I tell you what, y'all getting it today.
Yeah.
You're getting it today.
I'm glad you said that. I'm a strong believer. The best way to to be blessed is being a blessing to others.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I found myself a lot giving free game out. And, even you all, y'all do the same thing. We do it collectively together, whenever we're together and into the community. That's the easiest way for me. I've always been blessed by being blessings to other people. And,
Yes.
and I will never stop doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, question to King Boston.
What's up?
When you started your business, do you remember trying to get your EIN number?
I do. Look, when I think I know I'm the only one at this table that I kind of transplanted here. I've been in Liberty County since '06.
Oh, you're not from here?
Nah. I'm from Brooklyn.
No.
Yeah.
He from Brooklyn, son.
Yo,
Yo,
you
he
know what
from
I'm
here
saying?
now.
Always
I bet
been
he from
from
here
hood.
now.
You know what I'm saying, kid? Son?
B? Yeah. But here's my stance on things. When I came to Liberty County, I intentionally wanted to get involved. All right? And fast forward to today as elected officials, yes, it is our obligation to put the information out there so that the people know what's available. Right.
I call Cap. Call Cap.
Hold on. But it's a two-way street.
Okay, all right.
And as citizens, for one, you have to be willing to be able. All right. And when I first came to Liberty County, I didn't know my way around here. All right.
Okay.
But I went up to the Liberty County Board of Commissioners office. And they had a log or a book where you could just put your name down.
Right.
If you wanted to be involved in something that the county had to offer.
Now that's facts.
Yeah.
That's
So
facts.
I just put my name down.
Right.
Like, look, if anything comes open,
Holla at your boy.
just consider me.
Right. Yeah.
And eventually I found myself on the committee.
Right.
I was clueless as to anything. I think we've talked about this on a previous segment, and that's how I got on the GET committee.
Right.
But my whole point was if I was just in the house and just in my lane and not seeing what the county had to offer, I would have never known what was out there.
Right.
Yes.
So resources are there, and very seldom have I come to ask for assistance and run up to a brick wall.
Right.
I mean, that it's out there. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. But when people see that you want to be involved,
There you go.
you will get volunteered.
Absolutely.
It's plenty of opportunities out here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to touch on your question, King Mosley, about the EIN, information like that is readily available.
Yes.
I've seen people go through what is it, the legal Zoom and
Overthinking it. Overthinking it.
Paying
Right.
$100 and something to have someone else do something that you
Free.
can do for free.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the blessing of us being alive today is this is the information.
Technology.
These computers here, the world, like I said, www, World Wide Web, the
Yes.
world is right at your fingertips.
Yeah.
That is
You
fair.
just have to utilize it,
Now, everyone, when I said I call Cap, the Cap part was that King Boston was always involved with the community. But King Boston was very weary of politics.
Very much so.
Very, very
Still
weary.
kind of weird.
Oh,
Yeah,
so,
look,
so, bro,
look,
so,
look,
so,
look, look, I'm gonna call Cap.
That's where we going now, right?
Look,
Okay,
I'm
cool,
definitely
cool.
look. I mean, look, it was like, hey man, you need to run. He was like,
Y'all, I like doing this stuff in the community, but you know, trying to get in a position.
I don't know about that, Jay.
like,
I
yo,
don't know, bro.
so then he said, you know what, to make a difference, I got to get more involved in like where I can help with policies and stuff like that. And then, the brother sat back, was like, you better do it. You just go, bro. You
Right.
got this.
Right.
And then finally, I mean, it took no time because this Joker don't waste time anyway. He don't waste time. Once he makes his mind up, he
it's
goes
over.
straight forward.
It's over. Yeah.
So when he's like, yo, I'm running for position, such, my sign's on the way. I said, what?
Dude.
Excuse me, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went straight forward. So yes, I commend you on that.
Yeah,
I really do,
appreciate it.
bro. Because
Yeah,
you were
absolutely.
involved in community, 11 black men, all of that.
Yeah.
And when he went for office, boom. And you know what? You might be a trailblazer for Walthamville. You might be the youngest one in Walthamville. I'm not sure yet.
I think I'm the youngest elected official in the county.
Wow.
I'm born in '82. What year you born, bro?
Man, we're not talking about no age right now.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Justin's an 81 baby, I believe. I think he's an 81. I think you were born in 81, Justin.
I was born at
Yeah.
the end of 80.
Look.
Oh,
But
snap.
look, I come to King Fraser like the veteran that he is.
Yes, you most
Because,
definitely.
You know, when he was doing it before this was even a thought in my brain.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
He was making ground. So
Yeah.
you know, I view him like the veteran, like I said, that he is. He's definitely a OG.
Yes,
You know.
most
And
definitely.
see, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people fail to realize. I've always been involved behind the scenes, working on campaigns, from statewide campaigns when I was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Whenever I came back, of course, you know, I worked on numerous campaigns from my father, you know, to my godfather, and locally, just all around. I've always had a passion for politics, you know, and I think sometimes, and I'm glad we don't touch on this. Let's go. Sometimes people say, well, I'm not a politician. I get that. But the true definition of a politician is a policymaker.
Right.
And just like King Boston was just saying, like he wanted to get in to work on policies. And I think sometimes we fail to realize, I mean, you can be a public servant and a politician, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know where, especially in our community, where that word politician has became something scary and nasty.
I don't think it's in our community. I think there's been
overall.
some bad actors.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
overall.
But there's bad actors in everything.
Everything,
You know, from
yeah.
politics to, you know, to the
police,
spiritual police.
the teachers,
you know,
the-
yeah,
bad
I mean,
actors, yeah.
You know, I tell people all the time, I've had teachers and I've had educators.
Right.
You know,
right.
and you remember your educators.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Your teachers, you know, but the ones who truly educated me,
Yeah.
throughout from elementary to college and everything, I remember them.
Yep.
You know, and you know, I want to be remembered by making policies. You know, ever since I've been there, everyone knows I'm huge on economic development. I'm huge on things for our youth, because like I said, my original campaign slogan was focus on our future, and what I meant by that was our future, you know, our kids.
Yes, the young people.
You know, we hear all the time, oh, the kids are our future. They are, but they're here now. So what are we doing now to make sure that whenever they get to our age, it goes back to what we were saying about the foundation. Us growing up at Dorchester, you know, from Boy Scouts to, you know, the Garden Club. That was our foundation that was being set. So we are where we are now because of that. And that's why even when we talk about politics, you know, I guess I'm still pretty young, but I'm pretty seasoned because of you know, campaigns that I've worked on. Man, I've worked on Roy Barnes' campaign. You know,
I don't even know who that is.
right?
Barnes, yeah.
Right. He was one of our governors. You know,
Wow.
yeah. So, like, even in college, I was working. You know, I've worked on the Democratic Party. I worked for the state committee.
Okay.
Right, in Atlanta, I've done that, and that's why there's certain things that I know we could do in Liberty County.
Ooh, I stand corrected. I am by far not the youngest elected official in Liberty County because Judge McGirt.
Oh yeah.
No, I was saying Waltharville.
Well, yeah.
Waltharville. Yeah, just
No, I was
Waltharville.
talking the county. I went over.
Look, he tried to put it. I'm
Yeah.
one of the youngest. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think
Shout out to Judge McGirt.
Judge
Yeah,
McGirt.
shout out to Judge McGirt.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Shantae
Baker.
Baker. Right, Martin.
Okay.
I apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Shantae right along with me. Well, no, you.
Well, she's younger than me.
Yeah, she sure is. I forgot you old. My bad.
Ah, a
damn.
year.
My fault.
A year.
We all in the same peer group.
Absolutely.
We all
I
millennials.
got to pick.
Which right. We all on that cusp of millennials.
Right.
Question.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
So, since we're getting into that, let's get into some worldwide stuff. Okay, because a lot of that things that you said you were growing up in, and there was a lot of structure back in our days.
Right.
There was a
Right.
lot
Right.
of structure.
Right.
We are not seeing that structure so much now.
I
It's
agree.
more individualism. It's mine. I get the
Right.
mine. How do you feel like that's affecting just us overall as far as a culture of people? Let's put it that way.
It's affecting us a lot, to say the least. Just like you were saying, I remember us growing up, Black History programs.
Yes.
Let's touch on that. Man, we were at Dorchester. It seemed like every Saturday in February for Black History. I mean, teaching us at an early age. There's a lot, and I just wish we could all come together from a political standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, everything. All is just coming together. Because I think at the end of the day, we all we have the same vision.
Yes.
Some of us are on the interstate, some of us on the back roads, but we're still trying to get to the same destination. And it's power in numbers. And being, like you said, we've known each other for 40 years, over
Yes.
40 years. And have we agreed on everything?
No.
Absolutely not. But we've agreed to disagree in a respectful manner, because at the end of the day, I love you, my brother, and I know you love me, and
Yeah.
we both want to see greatness out of one of each other.
Right.
And that's the most important thing, just seeing greatness in our community, and we have the potential. But I could tell you, in my personal belief, in Liberty County, if we don't start expediting certain things, we're gonna fall behind. And honestly, I feel like we're falling behind on a lot of things. Like prime example, I know Mitch is he's an implant here, but think about it, brother. When we were growing up, did we know where Pooler, Georgia was?
No.
I mean, that's the reality.
Oh.
Yeah.
But-
I didn't know about Pooler.
No one knew
Yeah.
about Pooler, but Pooler, they came with a plan and they executed the plan.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, we have to focus on that in Liberty County. It's a must, because with that new Hyundai plant coming, how many jobs? Everyone doesn't want to live in Chatham County.
Yeah.
They don't want to live in Bryan County or Effingham County. So we have a true opportunity. And of course, you in real estate, the housing market is booming. It's booming here and everywhere else. But let me tell you what they're looking for. And you know this from, I have a real estate background as well. But when people are buying houses, the first thing they're going to ask is, what is there to do?
Yeah.
And we lack that. We lack the family entertainment portion in Liberty County.
Yeah.
Speak on it.
We're lacking.
Speak on
that.
it.
And,
I'm hearing, not to cut you off,
Go ahead.
not to cut you off, just real quick, Fraser. I'm hearing that there are people that are moving here for the sake of the Hyundai plant,
right.
who are looking as far as making.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah. People they're willing to drive 2 hours
2 hours
to go to work. But let me tell you, that same exact thing happened with the Kia plant on the other side of the state. It was people I know personally that was living in Atlanta driving to the Kia plant every day.
And where was the Kia plant?
It's in what part of the state? It's like the
Don't make me lie.
Well, there was
LaGrange.
Atlanta.
LaGrange, yep.
Yeah.
LaGrange. People were driving, and they probably still doing that.
Yeah.
Driving from Atlanta to LaGrange to go to work at the Kia plant. So that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, if we focus on creating an environment here where people know that they can live, work, and play, they're coming.
Right.
That's true.
And that's the thing, you know, whenever we talk about taxes and sales tax, we are dropping the ball, in my personal opinion, because a lot of the sales tax is going to Chatham County, you know, and we're looking at, oh, well, how is Chatham County be able to do what they're doing? But it's the sales tax, you know, their infrastructure and everything. Of course, they're getting a lot of help from the state as well, but it's the sales tax. That's why whenever we were trying to do the regional T-Splice, it didn't pass originally because Chatham County said at the end of the day, we're okay. Basically, that's what they were telling us. And with it being regional, they would have had to share all the revenue with Liberty County, Bryan County, and everyone else. And they were like, I mean, you all are spending money. Basically, that's what they were telling us.
Dollars are gonna come.
Yeah, we're spending money over there.
Right.
Yeah.
And to me, I was offended. I think we should have been offended and said, you know what? They're right. And so let's start creating more things for our community so our money could stay here. That's the biggest thing. And that's why I support, you know, having more things for our youth, you know, family entertainment and everything. So our money could stay in Liberty County so we could work more on roads and infrastructure here. That's the biggest thing. So
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. A lot of people are just looking for entertainment, period.
Entertainment,
You know,
and we lack that.
Yeah, we really do.
know?
Because we have some beautiful countryside that people can host all these events at.
Right.
I'm tired of having to drive to Chatham County or Bryan County, and these are beautiful places, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But to have a nice wedding ceremony, like or a nice birthday, like we went to a birthday party this past weekend, which is our brother Dr. Alway.
Yeah.
We went there, and I'm talking about it was smooth, but it wasn't in Liberty County.
Right.
But Liberty County could provide that and more.
And see, and that's one of my visions as well. Well, on our last sales tax, we did set aside some money for our entertainment and event center, and it wasn't enough. I'll be honest with you, but we are working towards it. But honestly, time is of the essence. You know, there's certain things that we can't afford to kick down the road anymore.
Yeah.
You know, those are things that we have to implement right now. And like I said, with that Hyundai plant coming, these are certain things that we should have already had in place already. But you know, we'll keep on keeping it on. I guess that's
we
what
don't
they say about it.
Yeah, I know, right? They want to kick the can down the road, but look, we're gonna have to stop that can.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to kick that can back,
Right.
because we need it, you guys. We got to have unity.
Yeah.
We need to have more family involved programs, especially with military,
Right.
especially with locals. We need to have that tight knit community, which I know we can have because we basically have it now. The only thing is, some people are feeling like their voices aren't getting heard,
Right.
and we're going to start to begin to bridge that gap.
Yeah.
Well, I have to give a shout out to Magnum Pest Control. Magnum Pest Control. If you would shoot, what's that number to Magnum real quick and tell them what it is.
844 Magnum 1. That's 844-824-6861. We provide pest control and termite control services throughout Liberty County, Bryan County, Chatham County, Tatnall County, Glenn County, all over.
All the counties.
Whatever you need.
Yep. And he'll tell you if he can't make it, but I'm pretty sure he will.
If it's crawling, we could take him out.
Look, we call him the bug serial killer.
Oh yeah, he is that. He's definitely that.
Look, y'all know that I'm in real estate. Realty Executives Liberty 912-532-9850. For all your real estate needs, you better give me a call. The People's Champ is here. Could you shout out? We're going to shout out the ones he wants to shout out right now. So, just a few, but if you don't mind.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Jessica's Barbershop. We've been around for a while now. And the number there is 912-369-KUTZ, Cuts. And also want to give a shout out to Huta CBD Essentials. So for any of your CBD needs, we'll take care of you.
Yes.
Actually, we have a great pain relief cream that I'm telling you that that is amazing. It's amazing. And that's the thing. Even in the CBD business, we like to educate our clients. We call them clients. Mm-hmm. We truly believe in educating people on all the CBD needs, and so absolutely.
In the spirit of free game, I wanted to make public this already public notice.
Okay.
For as it pertains to the Liberty County Board of Commission, and it's the Liberty County Board appointments.
Oh yeah.
And there's some positions that are open for citizens who would desire to get involved. One is a district. Well, two of them are district appointments. Mm-hmm. One is with the Board of Recreation.
Right. I'm the liaison for the county commissioners for the board.
Okay.
Right.
There's one position available. You must be a county resident. It is a 5-year term. It's beginning July 1st of this year up until June 30th of 29. We have another one that is with the Georgia Forestry Board. They have one position that's opening up. And again, you must be a county resident. This is a 7-year term. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So you better be dedicated. If you want to
hear that? Look.
It starts in July 1st and it ends in, this says July 1st to 22. We in 24. But in any event, it's still open to apply for, and it ends in June 30th of 29. Right. We have some that are non-district appointments, and the first one is with the Coastal WorkSource Investment Board. They have a position open. It is a 3-year term. It begins July 1st of this year, and it is until June 30th of 27. We have the Coastal Regional Commissioner that has a position available. Mm-hmm. And it's a 1-year term from this year, July 1st to next year, June 30th. We have the Cultural and Historic Resources Committee. They have 6 positions available.
How many?
6.
Wow.
How many?
You heard it?
6.
Okay.
6 positions.
So it goes back to what you were saying. If you want to get involved, you can get involved now.
Get down and lay down. Keep going. Keep going, King.
Term beginning July 1st till June 30th of next year.
Right.
We have the DFAX board.
Right.
They have a position. It's a 5-year term beginning this year, July 1st up until June 30th of 29. You have the Hospital Authority. They have one position available. This is to fill the vacancy left by a board member who resigned. And the term for this seat, it will expire November 30th of 24. You have the Library Board. They have a position open. It is for 3 years, beginning July 1st of this year to June 30th of 27.
Write it down, everybody.
Yeah. Or you can just run it back.
Yeah, run it back.
That's the beauty.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep going.
Middle Coastal Unified Development Authority has a position open. It's a 4-year term beginning July 1st of 24 until June 30th of 28. You have the Public Facility Authority that has a position open. It's a 3-year term beginning July 1st of this year until June 30th of 27. And finally, the Aging Services Advisory Council has 2 positions available, and you must be over the age of 60. It is a 3-year term, and it begins July 1st of this year until June 30th of 27. So please don't tell me that there's not anything to get involved with.
I wish y'all would come with that smoke. That man just broke it down.
We just broke it down.
Tell him the website one more time, but y'all still gonna have to run it back.
You could go, the website is libertycountyga.com.
Or they could go to my county commission page.
You could go
Justin
to
Fraser, Liberty County
King
Commissioner.
King Fraser.
Absolutely.
Justin Fraser's page.
Yeah.
And also you can go to the Liberty County Board of Commissions office, which is room 2200 in the courthouse annex and they're open between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m.
Right. And also it's a deadline for them to apply. So the deadline for them to apply for any of these positions is April the 26th. So, but again, if you want to get involved, we have plenty.
Yeah, y'all
Plenty
see
options.
it? You
Plenty
heard
options.
it?
Free game.
That's free game.
Absolutely.
And just some side notes on this free game, y'all. In order to get this message out with the more and more game, we're going to need you guys to share the message. First of all, I need you to share this link. I need you to show everyone that you know where to go for this type of information. It's about to start getting heavier, y'all. It's about to start getting heavier. Our eyes have been open on a lot of things today, as you can see. It takes work, but who's going to fill the positions? Don't sit back and complain about something, or don't sit back and think that there aren't any positions for you to start your way up the ladder. You don't have to wait around and just go for the big seats and then get into those big seats and understand, like, oh, well, dang, I can't really do all that, what I thought I could do.
Yeah.
You can go for these other seats, which are big seats also.
Right.
You just don't understand how big they are until you feel them.
Yeah.
Because if King Boston and King Fraser didn't just tell you today about these positions, I bet some of you would have never known that they were available. You would have never went on his website. You would have never went and did the research because you're so concerned about these bigger spots that you think are bigger.
Right.
You can get in at other levels and make a big difference, especially in your community.
It's always work to be done.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, as a citizen, I'm not even talking as an elected official, but as a citizen, if you're running for office, and this is a shotgun blast.
Free game, huh? Free
If
game.
you're running for office, and the only time I see you
Right.
is when it's time to run for office,
Ooh,
I'm not voting for you.
ooh. Well, we had a
I'm
lot.
just put it out there.
I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna speak facts because I ain't scared to. It's a lot of people that, especially somebody in particular that got a spot. I never saw them in the community. Never.
Where you been?
Wait, and then all of a sudden, bam! I'm part of me. I'm like I'm somebody I'm not. Like for real now. I'm not saying no names. I'm just saying.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you know exactly who you are. And if people out there can fall for that, then I guess you can fall for anything, especially when you just got the game that there's positions for you to be in. And there's also events. Right now, they had the Small World event today.
Right.
They have the Homestown, the
fish
local, the fish fry. Now, let me tell you something about
I'm
that
hungry
fish fry.
right now.
That local fish fry
yeah,
that
we
they have in
stopping by, right?
Homestown,
Yes, sir.
There we go.
they actually have the fishermen of Homestown that provides the fish. It's over 400 pounds of fish, and they're feeding the community.
Yeah.
Like they have Dogman involved with it now, but they've been doing that since 2017.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So you have a lot of people that's participating in the community. We're just about to start getting them some recognition for what they're doing.
And I'm glad you said that. It goes back to what we were just discussing. And don't think you're too young to get involved.
That's facts.
I think that's even in politics or anything like that. Man, we need the next generation to step up. But more importantly, we need the other generation to don't be afraid to pass the torch.
That's true.
You know,
That's real.
I tell people all the time, good leaders create other leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in a leadership role and you feel that you can't pass the torch, it's because you haven't been a good leader. And I'm not just talking about politically.
Ooh, that's deep.
I'm talking about from a business standpoint.
Yep.
I'm talking about from a spiritual standpoint. If you have not created other leaders, how good of a leader are you?
Ooh, he hitting deep.
Yeah, man.
Man, look, I was about to stop, but God, say that one more time, King Frazier.
Great leaders create other leaders. I mean, that's just how it is, you know.
Yeah.
And if you feel like if you looking and you feel like you can't pass that torch to somebody, that means you haven't been doing your job, in my opinion.
That means that you didn't. Your ego might have been too big that you couldn't even bring in somebody to even mentor that you would want to pass the torch to.
Right. But throughout history,
Yes.
and you know I'm a history buff too. Throughout history, that's how civilizations perish.
Right.
Nobody to pass the torch to because you're all about self.
And it goes back from even passing on the history, you know, like even in our culture, you know, from recipes to how to fish or how to you know, garden.
Yes.
Just like what we're talking about, you know, from the garden club, you know, things like that. If we don't keep that going, then it leaves. So it's our obligation to make sure that this next generation gets all the tools and the free game
Yeah.
to be able to pass it on.
King. The bad part about that is it is leaving though.
I know. It's scary.
Because we got to the point to where we're thinking that a lot of social media people's lives are real.
Man.
And no, we gonna get into that. Look, look, everyone. We're gonna cut the show in about 6 minutes, but I'm gonna say this: if you're expecting to live the vida loca out here and not understand that everything costs, or you've got it sadly mistaken. Like seriously,
But
it's
they say the only place success comes before work is in a dictionary.
in a dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you out here with smooth. I'm talking about he laid that.
Yeah.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've got to realize that the reality is reality, and we've got to start pushing like structure. We got to have people to pass the torch to.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got to have people that's involved and don't think that there's such a big disconnect just based on what you're seeing out there, because it's not that big of a disconnect. All you got to do is walk up to some of these folks. You know who you can walk up to. You know it. You have some people that'll shun you, yeah, but a lot of these folks are looking for people that are just interested or want to know.
Yeah.
So they can pass the torch to. Now you got those that ain't ready to pass no torch. That's just them. But that means that you can develop yourself with someone and they can teach you the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that you can get out there and compete with whatever things you might encounter with trying to accomplish your goal. So right now we're gonna say some closing things. We're gonna let King Frazier start it off. King Frazier, what is it that you really want to tell the world and Liberty County?
Oh, wow. What I want to tell them, just keep going, man. More importantly, in Liberty County, we are at a crossroads right now of whenever we talk about education, economic development, and I tell people the two E's go together simultaneously. You know, the more education, the more educated the community is, the more economic opportunities we have. You know, a lot of people ask, okay, why don't we have this? Why don't we have that? But whenever we're looking at these Fortune 500 companies, they do their research. They before they come into a community, they're looking at the education. They're looking at our school systems. They're looking at all of that, and they're looking at it from a third grade level. You know why? Because whenever they moving in, they're here for the long term. They're investing, 30 or 40 years. So they're looking at the workforce from a third grade level. So we have to make sure that we educate our youth, make sure that, man, listen, STEM is not going nowhere. And we have to put a strong emphasis on the STEM.
Define the STEM for me, or for the public.
With just dealing with technology, and mathematics and engineering. That's the way of the world now. Listen, man, you can go on social media now and AI is taking over. Like people are posting all different type of AI pictures of themselves.
Checkers is run by AI right now.
Everything is ran by AI now.
Run by AI.
Right. And so
it's to the point AI is taking away the jobs of the people
exactly who created AI.
And they not even, they don't realize it, bro. Let me tell you something real quick. Do you realize that, yes, I understand that there's a lot of pain in people feeling, and this goes back to just people having that vision and wanting to do a lot, right? People are wanting $25 an hour.
Man.
That's working at Waffle House, and shouts out to Waffle House, but when you're paying your people that work there $25 an hour, like everybody, that kills small business. Then that means that your small businesses, they're gonna be like, I'm just starting,
right?
And a lot of people don't realize that. So I'm not faulting it, because if I was younger back in the day and I didn't really, I'd be like, I want 25. Now understanding that, okay, if they were to officially do that, everything around you going right back to 15 or maybe lower, because you're going to have to buy stuff. Is going to be expensive.
I'm not paying $20 for a patty melt.
Look,
hey, listen. Hey, but it's funny you said that, but man, I love a patty melt, man. I might not pay 20, but I'll probably pay 18. I might have to pay 18 for it.
Shots out. If y'all do want a patty melt or a Philly, look, Taste of Philly.
Taste of Philly.
Oh, my God.
Philly. Yes,
there you
Shout
go.
out to Taste of Philly.
Oh,
but yeah, to piggyback on that, I know that was your statements to Liberty County.
Yeah.
That's a very beautiful thing you said, King Frazier.
Yeah, and family entertainment. Long as I'm in office, those are the things that I'm going to push. We need more family entertainment here. There's no reason why we don't have a bowling alley, a skating ring, or nothing of that sort, that we have to go all the way to Pooler. Yes, I know we have some things on 4th Stewart, but everyone can't get on 4th Stewart.
Yeah.
Right. What do we have here in Liberty County when are we dealing with that, and in economic development? So those are the things that I'm going to focus on.
Okay. King Boston, anything you want to say to the world or also to Liberty County?
To the world, listen, man, and it kind of piggybacked off of how my week went.
Yeah.
We gotta stop with the gun violence, man.
Yeah.
I would just encourage all of my young people to look in the mirror, and love yourself.
Yeah.
I think if you start with loving yourself, it will make those life-altering decisions that much more difficult to make, because when you take the life of a young man or woman, you are essentially ruining or taking your own life, as well as adversely affecting those who love you, those who love your op or whoever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And I can't say that enough.
Yeah.
And I would say that to Liberty County, all the way to London. And that's it for me.
Yeah.
Well, my final thoughts is this. If you really want to be a part of a community, you need to get involved. You don't just need to complain about it. You need to be a part of it. So there's a lot of things that you can do, whether it's going to be with the commissioner board, whether it's going to be with a library, or whether it's going to be in standing in place with people that have a fight or a voice that wants to be heard. So I just encourage everyone to listen to people that are actually giving you free game and they're not being selfish with it. And another thing I want to do, because, well, I'm going to say it like this, Prince Frazier is not, look, he's not going to let me down. He's not going to let us live it down. So right here on camera, put the camera on Prince Frazier real quick. Put the camera, let me show you what we're going to do.
Oh,
All right.
man.
To Prince Frazier.
Yes, sir.
You are King Frazier now.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
You,
Now,
sir.
I finally made it.
You are a king. Look, everyone, he's always been a king.
Always.
This is something that we just had.
Mama, I made it.
Look.
I made it, Mama.
I made it. I love you.
Oh, man.
Look, everyone.
Hold on, everybody got on their
Put it on, bro. Put it on, bro.
We gotta put it on.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, to everybody out there, I just want to tell you guys, thank you for tuning in today with Black Kings Free Game. Kings and queens, y'all stay motivated, stay blessed, stay pushing forward. Stay pushing forward. If y'all need anything, you know what to do. You can hit the chats. Don't forget to subscribe. And we're round.